Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Eneng Mulyani. I am from class 20A. Well, here I will convey about the scientific paper I made entitled The Role of Technology in Learning During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Okay, let's start with the discussion. Okay, in the title is The Role of Technology in Learning During the COVID-19 Pandemic. And the first introduction, in the implementation of online learning, it's present its all challenge for education actor such as educator, student, institution, and even provider challenge for the wider community such a parent. In practice, educator must find ways to continue to deliver learning materials and be easily accepted by students. Digital technology in educational institution as a means of supporting learning, but as a means of accessing learning research information or as a means of supporting learning activity and realities. Uh, with the development of the era, technology is growing. Currently, there are many platforms that can help the implementation of online learning, such as a learning, Google Classroom, Learning House, and even more platform in the form of video conferencing such as Google Meet and Zoom and other. And then method. This study used a descriptive analytic literature method. Descriptive analytical is a method that describe an object under study through data or sample that have been collected as in without analyzing and make conclusion that apply to the public. So, the literature method is one of the data collection methods used the social research methodologies to track event record data. The literature used in this study come from articles, books, and online journals related to the title of the study. The steps taken in this literature review include defining the scope of the topic to be reviewed in the identically relevant source, review literature, writing literature, and applying literature to the study to be conducted. Okay, and then discussion. In the discussion is the implementation of educational in Indonesia cannot be said to be praised. One of the problems of education in Indonesia lies in the issue of equal distributor of education. Currently, there are still some educational people who have not received or proper education. Plus, currently the whole world is being hit by a disaster, namely the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In the implementation of the distance learning, of course, it has advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of implementation this PJJ make educator and student mutually innovate and also utilize technology in learning. While the shortcoming in implementing this PJJ lie in economic constraint. The uniquely of the internet and educate technology, as well as learning that must be carried out continuously so that students understand well the correctly. In the discussion in point number 1 is definition of educational technology. So, in essence, educational technology include efforts that can be useful for creating an effective and efficient learning process for each individual. This is in line with the last definition of educational technology put forward by the Association of Educational Communication and Technology. Educational technology can be defined as a study and ethical practice used to facilitate the ongoing learning process and improve performance through creation, a provide use, project management, technology, and research. Educational technology is an integrated strategy process in an effort to solve learning problems. And educational technology is a system that is used to support learning so that the desired result of are achieved. So it can be said that educational technology is all effort intended to solve problems related to learning. Okay, and then point number 2 is the role educational technology in the COVID-19 pandemic. in the roles of educational technology include the following. 1. Educational technology as a tool to support knowledge design. And then educational technology as a means of information to find out knowledge that supports students. Educational technology as a medium in facilitating students in expressing argument, and educational technology is able to increase the effectiveness and efficiency of the learning process. And the last one, educational technology as a tool to achieve educational goal. So, the success of online learning is not only influenced by the role of internet technology, but is also influenced by the quality of human research. Internet technology will not have a significant effect if HR as operator or user do not have good knowledge and skill in the use and management of technology. For this reason, understanding technology is a major factor in the success of online learning. Internet technology in online learning plays a very important role because without internet technology, it can hinder online learning. Internet technology is also influential for students to find learning material that they do not understand. Internet technology can provide many benefits in supporting learning activity. Okay, and in the point number 3 is educational challenge during the COVID pandemic. Okay, the Indonesian government itself imposed large-scale social restriction which require all activity to be carried out at home. Online learning is a learning system whose implementation is not carried out directly in the same place, but is carried out by utilizing a platform that can help the teaching and learning process even touch is it carried out remotely. Wait. The COVID-19 outbreak has had a major several sector, one of which is educational sector, as an effort to prevent the transmission of the coronavirus. Almost all countries have implemented various policies, one of which is enforcing physical distancing. The Indonesian government, sorry, uh, based on this policy, learning activity are forced to be carried out online. Online learning is learning system whose implementation is not carried, but I carried out by utilizing a platform that can help the teaching and learning process even touch is carried out remotely along with the rapid development of technology, communication, and information. Online learning can be done using various platforms such as e-learning, Google Classroom, Learning House, and then and um, Google Meet and Zoom or WhatsApp group is not uncommon to be an alternative in the implementation of online learning. Okay, is the point number 4 is sorry. Point number 4 is educational technology issues during the COVID pandemic. Okay, in this point, uh, educational technology can make it easier to obtain information in conveying material so that the learning activity carried out do not have special objects in distant learning. However, in the distribution of learning or the delivery of learning, there are still some obstacles that occur in some school teacher and student. And point number 2, educational technology create a very broad scope during the pandemic. This provides convenience for all parties, but teacher and student. By using educational technology, we can embrace the multitude and breadth of scope, starting from the delivery of learning, the subject matter delivered, the sumness in delivery to making it easier for students to understand accept the access learning. However, there are some places that are still hindered from carrying our their learning during the pandemic. The problem that often occurs is the lack of teacher creativity or master of the use of media that will be used during a pandemic. Number 3, educational technology has a beneficial impact on educational actor, especially educator. Educational technology provider facilities for educator to innovate so that it's help the learning process. And 4, technology can replace teacher. Whereas educational technology can be valuable when an educator can use it well, creatively, innovatively, and can make it easy for students to understand the learning delivered. Okay, and then for point number 5, the impact of educational technology on learning in a pandemic period. In this point, the development of educational technology to that provides color in the learning process among the impact of educational technology during the pandemic years. And 3 point. Point number 1 is point number 1 is Point number 1 is the creation of various learning platforms. Number 2 is educational technology makes it easier for students to find learning research. And number 3, make it easy for teachers to deliver learning material to participants. With educational technology, learning is more flexible without having to meet face to face. Okay, is the last of discussion and last conclusion. In the conclusion is educational technology is a complex process to solve an educational problem that occur in the learning process. Educational technology is more about assessing the technique and learning activity or the technical learning that is carried out. Educational technology can also be used the technique to support the existing learning system. In learning, educational technology can support learning material in education, so that they can achieve the desired goals. The role of technology in learning in the pandemic era itself requires education to be carried out at home via online or offline. Learning activity are carried out online or online with the claim of breaking the ropes of the spread of COVID-19. So, the role of technology in learning the pandemic era itself requires education to be carried out at home via online or online. Yes, the success of online learning is not only influenced by the role of technology, but is also influenced by the quality of human research. Technology will not have a significant effect if HR as operator or user do not have good knowledge and skill in the use and management of technology. Okay, uh, thank you. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.